All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises. Let me say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha Kodash. Double honors to my apostles, elder bishops, head and great millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect, scattered abroad. I'm the brother Taza War from the GMS New Jersey camp. And just here with a quick video. Alright, this video is from this guy named Papa Duck. Pretty sure you brothers are aware of him. You know, he's the type of guy, Jake. I think he's from Miami. He's into the current events and things that go down, things that come down the pipe. He in the world, of course, you know, with the worldly mindset of thinking he can save somebody, or Jake need to, you know, save themselves. Well, the only way to overcome what's coming is only through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right, the true and living power, and you being of the Lord's elect. Because what's done got started, everybody's talking about. I see, I'm flicking through YouTube and different guys is talking about the beast system, the beast system, the beast system. You know, out in the UK now, they are gonna issue in the digital ID. And I guess who's next is America, all right, like mother, like daughter. So, you know, we are entering those times. So the water, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because eventually you're gonna have to take that micro C-hip, which is the MOTB, all right, the mark of the beast. And this is what the Lord prophesies, all right, through the prophets that's been warning you, man, that this day will come. All right. What's going on with Salakia? So without further ado, let's play the video.
Linked with a digital currency, a central bank digital currency. We have some kind of mandatory vaccine schedule attached to it, monitoring your carbon footprint and restricting what you eat and where you can go. Unless you are completely independent from the mainstream system, they will just lock you out. They'll say, fine, if you don't want a digital ID or use this digital currency, that's fine. Just don't have access to the system. The days of the state coming and kicking your door off and dragging you and your family out your house are over. They will punish you via exclusion. Okay, if you don't want a digital ID, fine. Don't have access to the food system. Don't have access to the monetary system. They don't need to force you to do anything. They will manipulate you into having to do it via exclusion. And
yo, what's happening, man? It's your boy Papa Duck. You already know what time to do. Make sure you go get your Stop Racism shirt from Bought2Apparel.com, man. That's how y'all can get this digital currency, this digital ID shit, right? Y'all don't understand, dog, what's going to happen to us. It already happened in China. I told y'all, China, they got a thing called WeChat. WeChat is like their PayPal, Facebook, all in one. Dude said he walked across the street, was jaywalking. Dude said before he made it to the other side of the street, they had to find him jaywalking. Went into his WeChat account, paid for the fine before he made it to the other side of the street. That's how much power they got, right? Why you think they want everything on the grid? On the grid. You think just, you know, okay, cars that drive by themselves, they control them. You got a warrant. You don't want to bring your ass in? So you crank that car up, the car gonna identify your ass, it's gonna drive you right to the police station and have you locked in that bitch until somebody come out and push a code and pick you out. See, we look at this shit like, oh, this is so innovative. You know, this is a new thing. Now, if you 30, 40, you might say, that's nothing, I'm done with that. They're not worried about you. What if you was 19 and the new car come out? Oh, it drives itself like the Tesla, but it does other things that makes these young people be so susceptible to this shit till they don't think it's a trap. So to you, this is the new thing, it's the cool thing, but to them it's more control, more fucking control. Don't you know that better go into your purchasing history? Because right now, when everything go digital banking, bro, they know everything about you. Ain't no more going to church till you ain't got no money to give white Jesus. Ain't no more talking about I don't got no money to pay taxes. Ain't no more none of this shit, bro. They know every dime that you have. They know everything that you bought. They know everybody you sent money to. They know everything. And you must understand, like I say, bro, I don't think people, when I say people, I'm talking white people, black people, Spanish people. I don't give a fuck what color you are. We fucked. Because you make $1 million a year.
And he got a point. They are fucked. All right, because you're for the world. And don't listen. You know, these people, Jake, they don't listen to the men of the Lord. You know, it's like when things start to come down the pipe and it actually start happening, now you want to talk about it. Now you want to be the one to bring it out. You know, when the prophet's been speaking about it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. The prophet's been warning you. There's tons of videos brothers here in Great Millstone that brothers have that showed you that this was about to come. Because brothers are watching. And it's going to come a time when they're going to realize that the ones on the street that you despise and that you think, you say, oh, we teach hate, you know, we this, we that, you're going to find out that we was the real deal. You're going to find out that, wow, those men was the men of the Most High. They were the prophets of God. Because y'all don't know the name of the Father. Y'all don't know the name of His Son. You know? So that time is coming, man. The water, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. That means that the chapter is changed. The new page is, the page is changing, okay? We on a new page. There's a new chapter. And we're about to go into our kingdom. But before that, all right, Jake about to get judged, man. Okay? 2/3 of the Lord's people here in Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed. All right? You're going to be destroyed. And that's why most of you don't want to listen, because it's like, come on, man. We all going to be destroyed. Man, I don't want to hear that destruction, man. Well, it's coming. All right? You know? And it's going to start through Jacob's trouble. All right? Jacob's trouble is going to bring out a whole lot of shit, man. You know? It's going to bring out a whole lot. And through Jacob's trouble, as it is written, the Lord said in Jeremiah 30, matter of fact, I'm going to get it, even though I can quote real quick. But let's bring out a quick precept. Jeremiah 30, right? Part right here. It says, Jeremiah 30:6. It says, ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his loins, I see every man with his hands on his loins. As a woman in travail, and all faces shall be turned into paleness. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. It says, for it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, which means the Most High, the Lord of armies, Yahweh, right? That it will, he said that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and I will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. All right, so it says, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, which is the elect. The elect is going to be saved out of it. All right, so it's like we told you. Let's continue on in the video.
Oh no, that ain't my problem. We make good money. Still fuck. 500,000 a year. That's good money. Fuck. I make $300,000-$400,000, I make $250,000 a year. I'm well above America's wealth gap. Guess what? You still put it together, people. The only way we can fight this shit if all of us put our differences aside. And I know this sounds so crazy. I know we got people that don't like other people because of their color, because of who they are, how they look, and all this other dumb shit. But I promise you, this is the only way we can fight this shit. This is the only way to come together, rebel against that shit. Because if we don't, you saying F your grandkids.
Wrong, wrong, wrong. All right? This is what these guys in the world, they know something is coming, they see it, and they think they know what the solution is and how to get through it. They need everybody else to tag on. No. How about you save yourself? All right? How about you think about yourself? The only way to get through this is through Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. You know? And we don't care for the color of your skin neither. All right? And I know he ain't directly talking about us Hebrews, but most people think that we're color banging. You know, oh, he's white, we hate you. No, it's Israelites that look like the so-called white man. Okay. It's a nationality thing. It's a seed thing, from the seed of your father. If your father's line go back to being an Israelite, you're an Israelite, whether you like it or not. And the truth is that the Bible prophecies is coming to pass. Okay? So real quick, let me bring this out. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. So a prudent man foreseeth the evil and then he hides himself. Now, how do you hide yourself? You hide yourself in the scriptures. You hide yourself in the Lord. All right, Psalms 91. All right, let me bring that out real quick. I'm thinking about it. Psalms 91 and 1. It says, he that dwelleth in the secret places of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. The secret places with the Lord, because that's where we're safe. And that means understanding, all right, believing, the Lord giving you the gift of faith to understand and believe in his word, and that these things were going to come to pass. All right, believe that his word is true. All right, scriptures talk about constantly endure, make not haste in the time of trouble, cleave unto him, depart not away. All right, that's the only way. And then Yahushua told us this, the book of Revelations, chapter 3 and 10. Well, I'll start at 3 and 10. It says, because thou, now this is Yahushua speaking, the Messiah, our Lord, okay, our Savior. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So this is going to happen all upon the earth, and the hour of temptation is when they cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in his right hand or in his forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. Revelations 13:16, the mark of the beast. It says, from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. What do you have? You have this truth, the knowledge, wisdom, all right, the understanding. As the scriptures say, the knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times, which the stability is to keep you stable. You don't run off with the knuckle heads and, you know, we all one and we all got to come together. No, the Lord is doing this. This is in the movie. This is his movie. This is in the book. This is what prophecy. This is all coming to pass. All right. It says, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power and the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my God. And I will write upon him my new name. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit say unto the churches. So this is for the elect. All right. So let's continue.
Their kids, your own kids, you know what I'm saying? You're saying forget about them, because once they come up within this system, they're not going to know the difference between what we know. We came from a system where you could find $100 on the ground. When the last time you found $100 on the ground? Because people don't use fucking money. They laughed at me. I made it on World Star. Oh, and they worded it, this guy, like they don't know me on World Star. Like I don't know, like I come on, bro. This guy says that this is going to be a cashless society, and guess what? It is. Okay. What about all these other places? Cashless. I think it's Switzerland. I think it was, or one of the.
I don't know about that, because a lot of people in the world know that this place is going into a cashless society. So to mock him that he did a video, I mean, we get mocked. You know, we've been mocked. We've been scorned. You know, they take delight in their scorning. Fools hate knowledge, man, as the scriptures say. So he's saying he's been scoffed on World Star for saying that this place is going into a digital society. I mean, there's tons of videos out there. It's Edomites. It's people of importance, you know, that know the system, and they see and they're telling all. You got whistleblowers. You got all types of people, man. I mean, I ain't saying he lying, but I mean, anyway, let's just continue.
hundreds of thousands of dollars in the streets, in the dumpsters. These people burning the money because it's not worth nothing. Imagine seeing hundreds of thousands of dollars, 50 tens, 20, 30s, not 30s, but 50 tens, 5s, whatever, in American money being burned because it's not worth nothing.
Right.
It's coming.
Well, we saw that in Venezuela when they had a crash a few years ago, and all that money was on the ground. It was just walking over it. They was using it for fire. There was a lot of money on the ground. It was useless, you know? Well, yeah, that is coming. And he made a good point, you know? But see, Yahweh Shai is on his way. That's why the Lord is coming to save, all right? Because the good point I said he made was, you know, eventually the kids that were born today, this year, if we will head into that society that Edom want us to go into, this digital currency, they would know nothing about having tangible money in their pocket. You know, they would know nothing about putting money inside of a shoebox and putting it under your bed for a rainy day. They wouldn't know nothing about that. You know, this is literally turning into Equilibrium, the movie. All right. And then eventually it's going to turn into the show, the Netflix show that was on called Colony, where the drones and the AIs policing you. People rebellion, people living under the ground, people off the radar, you know. Then you have your people that's living in society, your so-called good citizens and shit, man. But see, the Lord said here in the scriptures that he comes like a thief in the night. Okay, Salakia, so I wanted to bring another point out. The fact that this system is going to come into play, and people are going to live according to this AI and digital currency. But see, it's not going to be to where Edom perfected and we living out for the next 10, 20 years and the rest of our existence. The Lord said he come like a thief in the night. The scriptures say, well, Yahweh Shai said, he shortened the days for the elect's sake, least no flesh will be saved. All right, so yeah, people are going to be micro-seated, and this system is going to have its play. We're going to be in it. We're going to be in it, man. But see, it's not going to take root and Esau have the power to be as though he is the Most High, because the Most High is going to send Yahweh Shai to cut him short. The book of Job, when you brothers know the scriptures, it said that he shall rain upon him while he's eating. So real quick, let's get 2 Peter 3 and verse 10. Well, verse 11, it says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we according to his promise, see, look for new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And that's the elect. We look forward to his promises. This is why we're doing these videos. We look forward to his promises. That's the elect, man. We're looking forward to the Lord fulfilling prophecy. Those according to his promise. That's the elect. It says, nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, which heaven will be here on earth. We're not talking about something out of space, man. Not that Christianity garbage. They just got, you know, hey, Christianity took a big L, man. All right, a big L, okay? Because they thought this rapture shit, you know, September 23rd, 24th, 25th, that they were going to be taken up, and then here what happened? Nothing. All right? It says, wherefore, beloved, seeing that you look for such things, be diligent that you may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. So I just gave you, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the understanding of how or what you should be doing in these times before the Lord come. All right? And that's just for the elect, because not everybody could get it. You can watch this video, you can hear what I say, and you can, man, fuck him, what are you talking about? It ain't for you. All right? The scriptures clearly give us the instructions, and the prophets here are telling you whether you hear or forbear. All right? So be diligent that you may be found. We want to be found by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay? It says, found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. Because we don't want to bring blame to the ministry. Okay? Unlike some of these other Hebrew Israelite camps. You know? And one guy in my mind, when I think about bringing blame to the ministry, the person that pops in my mind first is this cat Al-Azhar. You know? From the Sakari group that denounced his throne from being the chief, you know, Hebrew Israelite in Sakari. You know, he's just the first person that popped up in my mind, and then Nate. You know? Because you got false doctrines, you got false prophets out here too. See? That's how you know this thing is for a small remnant, because you even got Israelites, men that teach this word, that call themselves teachers, prophets, and then most of them are false prophets. They're telling lies. All right? They're not the real prophets that's sent by Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? So let's continue a little more, and I'm going to close.
If we do not start this digital ID, it is over, boy. You talking about the mark of the beast? That's it.
No, it ain't.
You're going to pay your taxes.
See? What the hell is he talking about? The mark of the beast, this is a gradualism conditioning thing. Okay? And you can't stop it. All right? Nobody is going to stop this. This is going to happen. All right? People are eventually going to take this mark in their right hand on their forehead, which is the micro C-head. This is how you bring that in. This is how they have to establish their system first. They have to build the foundation of it first. All right? You just don't, you know, live in a building. The building got to have a foundation. It got to be built. The walls got to be solid. The system got to run. The light, you know, everything got to play its part. This is not the mark of the beast. All right? The mark of the beast is coming. This is in the makings of it. It's in the works. It's coming down the pike. You know? It don't stop just because of digital ID. Yes, they can track you. Yes, they can take your money from you, because they want to do a central bank digital currency backed by a carbon footprint. All right? And also add in a social credit system. That's your Black Mirror. Okay? And your TV shows. You know, where here, look, you know, if you don't go accordingly, you know, to society's will or the government's will, people can, you know, come against you and rate you down, and now you don't have no credits. All right? You can go to work faithfully, but have no credits. You can't buy shit. Yeah, they want total control. And this is what we've been telling you, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Let's continue.
You're going to pay them fines. They know who you sent money to. They know what you're about, when you're about it. Okay? Come on, bro. Y'all better see this shit coming. But we so divided. We so worried about this person. We think we...
See, he ain't just talking about it, but he don't have no solution for it. See, our solution is to repent. You know, but y'all say, come on, man. Nobody want to hear all that. I ain't into that religious shit. But we giving you the solution. We giving you the way. The Lord said to warn his people. He told us to be watchmen. The real men of the Lord are watchmen of Israel. Israel is a people before a place. Israel in the Hebrew is Yasha'Allah, all right? Meaning the men of Israel are the princes of the power. He's a prince of the power. He's an Israelite. But he don't realize that, or maybe he don't consider that or care for it because he's watching, you know, everybody know about the Israelites. And he may have a disdain to the Israelites. I ain't with all that. You know, they dissing white people. Jake got a problem in protecting Edomites. Y'all got a serious issue from slavery. All right? That you have to have him in. And if he ain't in, then you feel like you ain't gonna win. For real. That shit is sad. You know? But whether he do, maybe he do consider the truth. But you need to listen to the men of the Lord and get yourself right. And this ain't just for him. This is for all whoever watch. All right? Because the doors of repentance is closing. We say that because, you know, it's going to come a point where the Lord just going to hand out judgments. And the 11 o'clock Israelites, the ones in the very end that wake up, you don't know if that's you. The scriptures say, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. Matter of fact, let me get that and I'll close, bro. Because I got to go. I want to... Let's go. What was that? Sirach 5. Let's get that. Sirach 5:1. Set thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not thy own mind, saying. It says, follow not thy own mind. This is saying, follow not thy own mind, and to walk in the ways of thy heart, and say not who shall control me for my works, for the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm have happened unto me, for the Lord is long suffering, he will in no wise let thee go. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin, and say not his mercy is great, he will be pacified for the multitudes of my sins, for mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation rests upon sinners. And that what a lot of those in the Christianity churches believe, that, oh, God knows my heart, you know, oh, I know God, I have a relationship with God, and you know, I don't need you to tell me about my God and all this other shit. That's pride. All right, you're supposed to be corrected according to this word. All right, it says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And that was the point. All right, making tarry to turn to the Lord, the Most High gonna visit you. He gonna visit you. And a lot of you here in America, you Israelites, you 2/3, y'all destined for destruction. There is no repentance for you on this side. You're going to be made right in the kingdom when you become a newborn babe again. All right? Being the children of one of the prophets, man. Okay? So I'm going to just play a little tad more.
Shit, cause we make a little bit more than what other, oh, I say, bro. And this is the thing, right? I always say this, right? When I say white folks, I'm talking about, like, I'm not talking about white supremacist people. Those people, though, they don't give a fuck about white people, them damn self. Yeah, I done showed you that. White supremacists or KKK type motherfuckers, they don't even like white people that like black people. They don't like white people that don't like them. So those are, listen, I'm not talking about them, but I'm saying white people.
All right, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. Enough of this. He don't understand. He can't see yet. But the nations are divided, and we're supposed to be. You know, yes, it's a racial thing. You know, being a racist is not a bad thing. That just means you're for your people. You know, you guys are bugged out with the words that they spit to y'all. You know, conspiracy, they spent that on y'all. Terror. You know, they spit all these sort of words to turn it into like a boogeyman word, and what's something that's not to be, or not like to be, if that makes sense. All right? But if a guy's racist, I don't have a problem. I just understand that he's for his people. You know, Jake need to get like that and actually be for their people. Jake is too much wanting Esau to come and help them, or let's bind together so we can defeat the bigger enemy. No, man. The Lord said he came to bring a sword, bro. All right? Yahushua came to bring a sword. Matter of fact, let me bring that out in our close. Okay, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, and verse 34. This is Yahushua speaking, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahushua, okay? And this is his word. This is him speaking, the Messiah. It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Now, what does a sword do? A sword cuts. It put one into two. He came to bring division, because what's holy, which the word holy means to be set apart. What's profane, the word profane means outside the temple. So what's holy and profane has to be separated. Yeah, you wake up to this truth, more than likely your parents, your wife, you know, or let's say you're a woman, your parents, your husband, whatever, your boyfriend, they don't believe. You believe. The Most High is setting you apart from your family. Most likely your family don't believe, they don't understand it. They, you know, they older than you. You know, they was raised this way, and when you call yourself an Israelite, they talking bad about you. They say you in a cult, you know, which really cult means to worship. Shit, Christianity is a cult. Shit, America itself is a cult. People worship America and the idols they give you. Okay? You worship it. So they say these things, but this is what the Lord came to do. It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Now, I remember Vocab stumbled at this years ago. I'm one of the brothers remember that. He was stumbling at this a few years ago. The Most High Yahweh Shai didn't contradict himself. He didn't say dishonor your father and mother. He's saying there's going to be a difference between a son and a father. All right, a mother and a daughter. Because one is going to believe and the other's not. So yes, there's going to be a difference. When your mother and your father want you to come over for Christmas and you tell them, hey, I'm grown, you know, I'm out your house, you know, I got my own place, I can't do that, I don't worship Christmas. They're going to talk shit about you. They're going to get mad at you. Oh, well, come for Easter. Oh, no, you don't come to Easter church and all this. No, because it's all pagan. But they're going to continue to do it. That's a difference. They're going to be mad at you, but that's not dishonoring them. Okay? There's a difference. That's a variance, man. Right? It says, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household, meaning those of your own house are your enemies. That's where it starts. You know, you are your biggest enemy. You are your biggest critic, as they say. You know? So it says, because you're really fighting, you know, the spirits that are coming against you. It's the spirit versus the flesh. That's why I say that. All right, so verse 38. And he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. So Yahweh Shai is saying, if you don't take up your lot, then you're not worthy of me. You got to take up this lot, because the path that the Lord set for us is difficult, but he made a way, right? It's a path of difficulty, walking through the straight gate. You got to bear this, the ups and downs, the merry-go-rounds. You wake up to this truth don't mean you're going to be rich. Don't mean you're going to be, you know, you're never going to get hurt or sick. All right? You catching hell, because when Yahweh Shai was here and he taught this word, he caught hell. So if we in the same body of Yahweh Shai and his blood is spilled for us, that means that when he rejoiced, we're going to rejoice. When he was here and he caught hell, we're going to catch hell. That's why we need a savior. We need him to come back to finish the job, bring the kingdom, change our bodies, because that's another mystery or whatever, right? Paul said, be not ignorant of this one mystery. We all shall be changed in the twinkling of an eye. That's another part of the scriptures you cats don't know about. That when the Lord come, we're going to be changed, man. We're going to have new bodies. We're never going to die again. Paul said we're going to defeat the sting of death. So that's why, yes, we look for a new heaven and a new earth. You damn right. So let these devils bring this shit so we can get on to Jacob's kingdom. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. It says, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. So if you think you found your life because you successful rapper, you know, or you a successful entrepreneur, got your business off the ground, you know, you got this wealth, you got this house, you got this resource, well, guess what? You're going to lose your life. It says, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. Meaning, you give your body as a living sacrifice. Living sacrifice. We no longer live for this world. We live for the world to come. So get understanding, man. Get understanding. We no longer live for this world. This world is a sacrifice. Hey, I'm not going to the excess of rides or the banquetings and the pagan holidays and enjoy myself with them. I'm not a part of that shit. I know that is wicked. But what I'm going to do is put on sackcloth and mourn and cry to the Lord to deliver us so that we can have our good times. All right? So we can live life in the way that the Lord wants us to live. So therefore, I don't live according to Esau's way. All right? It's American way. Or whatever way the brothers you at in your city and country, you know. And Jake is, you know, all over the world. All right, so basically that's it. That's all I got. I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashim, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elder bishops here in Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's elect. Shalom.